I just started a new job. I was really cautious going in.
I had that thought of I wonder what's work gonna be like.
I feel comfortable with the people that I work with in a way that I haven't ever before.
You gotta accept other people's ignorance at times, and then you also have to separate yourself from that.
Just a few weeks ago, I actually had someone tell, well, not to me, but about me in Spanish. This guy made a joke saying, "It smells like fag." Like, oh hey, I speak Spanish, I'm gay.
A coworker, I just mentioned, my girlfriend, I said, my girlfriend in passing or something, and then she, went into this, we were alone in the box office, and for, a while, and she just went into this, huge questioning about, my sex life, and, how I identified and all this stuff, and it just made me feel like I didn't want to ever, really, I was definitely more conscious, after that, of, what I said, and even in passing. My manager was very, very conservative, made it known that she was conservative, and, was always very vocal with how wrong it was to be gay or anything like that. So I overheard her once talking to our general manager saying, I found out that Erin has been sexually harassing her female coworkers, and that was news to me because I have never done that ever. And when my general manager inquired, "Oh, did these girls come to you?" she said, "No, but they don't know that Erin is gay and that she's hitting on them on a daily basis." That was definitely a slap in the face. And then from then on, general manager wouldn't let her fire me for that because he would know that would be a shitstorm. But she just cut my hours in half, and by that time I just left because I wouldn't stand for that. I don't think anyone should stand for that.
I do worry for the future as wanting to be a teacher, because if I end up in a situation where I want to teach at a private school or even in the public school system, that you have to be careful about the ways that you address things so as not to get fired. I would have to worry a lot about the ways that a school may think of me, and I don't know, that's pretty messed up.
Especially for online applications, I think that's more kind of my issue when it comes to looking for jobs, just because a lot says male and female, not a lot says others. Sometimes the last place that I worked at, I know when I applied online it says other in the gender section, but usually it just says male and female, and I go by male. Usually the first reaction that I see or notice when I walk in, it's it says male. You can tell that they're "Oh, you're Dwight," and I'm "Yeah, I'm Dwight." Or I usually just have to initiate first, and I'm "I'm here for the interview, I'm Dwight," and they'll be "Oh, you're Dwight," and then it's usually just "Oh, it says male, but you look like a female."
I remember when marriage equality was passed, and I went into work, and everyone at work was saying how wrong it was, and how the Supreme Court shouldn't be able to do this. And I remember taking a minute, going into the employee bathroom and just crying.
My name is Lynn Mooney. I'm co-owner of Women and Children First Bookstore. Women and Children First is a feminist bookstore. It also acts as a neighborhood bookstore in the Andersonville neighborhood of Chicago. We right now have 2 transgender employees on staff, and especially when the first one came on staff, they were our first transgender employee. So we we're feeling our way a little bit together. This, first and foremost, needs to be a safe space for the staff. There just doesn't seem to be anything to be lost in the proposition. I mean, we feel it's the right thing to do. We do it because it's the right thing to do. We want to be that kind of business. We want to be that kind of work environment. You do it because if you don't, you're missing on a lot of tremendously talented, intelligent, creative potential staff members.
It's a discussion that isn't talked about enough, I feel.
I have to open up about it, and I have to start talking more about it. If no one talks about it, no one really is gonna have that mindset of be like, oh, I've never really thought about that.
Hearing coworkers and even management, like to an extent, like comment on customers. I regret like a lot of the times not speaking up more and like not saying anything. I feel like I sort of failed as an ally, like as a cis person.
I hope that they remember to be kind, because you attract a lot more flies with honey than vinegar.